Billy Bob, when you ever gonna get it through that thick head of yours that it's only a matter of time until they get him?
What the hell are you talking about, CB?
You know who I'm talking about. It's your boy.
Excuse me? My boy?
Well, I'm sorry if I keep calling him your boy, but you do have some over-the-top conservative views, and you know how I feel about your buddy.
He's not my boy. He's not my buddy. He's my president.
Hey, haven't you heard the latest about Rudy?
Rudy. Yeah, I love that movie, man. And I love Notre Dame, too, the Fighting Irish. And I love that Irish whiskey, too.
No, man. I'm talking about Rudy Giuliani, former mayor of New York.
Oh, that Rudy. Yeah, he did a heck of a job after the 9/11 disaster. I got a lot of respect for that guy.
Well, Giuliani recently joined the Trump team to help clean up the Russia mess, and it looks like he stepped in a pile of you-know-what.
Man, just leave it to Rudy. He'll straighten out all that nonsense right now.
Hey, man, good old Rudy tends to shoot from the hip just like Trump. So when he was on your favorite Fox News, he indicated that the payment to Stormy was to keep things quiet during the election.
As I recall, Mr. Giuliani corrected his previous remarks about the timing of Michael Cohen's payment to Stormy Daniels. As a matter of fact, he corrected 3 statements, and he insists he's only speaking for himself anyway.
Hey, man, he paid off Stormy to keep her quiet. Can you imagine what Hillary would have done if she had that info?
Knowing Hillary, she probably would have exaggerated it about 10 times more than it was and added a few more lies to it. But just stop and think. What about Bill and Monica?
Hey, don't start dragging up that garbage with Bill and Monica Lewinsky. This is different.
And pray tell, what is the big difference?
Clinton was already president. He wasn't trying to influence an election.
Remember back in high school, CB, when you had some information about Mr. Smiley that you was passing around the school? And then you later found out that it wasn't quite accurate? Would you like to discuss that?
Look, let's get back to the present and the facts right now. The ink's barely dry on Rudy's new business cards, and Trump is already up his butt saying that Rudy needs to get the facts straight.
Yeah, just like in high school. You found out the real facts, and you went back and corrected your statements, just like Mr. Giuliani did.
So you really believe that Trump didn't know a damn thing about that $130,000 payment to Stormy Daniels?
Look, CB, any good attorney what's worth his salt is going to take care of his client and take care of the needs of his client and not necessarily inform him of what he's doing.
Then why did Rudy say on national TV that the payment to Stormy was funneled through the law firm and the president repaid it? He then went on to say that Trump knew that his lawyer would take care of things like this.
Let me ask you, CB, what's the BFD about the whole deal here with Stormy? Suppose, for the sake of argument, we'll say that Mr. Trump did have an indiscretion, or whatever you want to call it, with Miss Stormy. What business is it that of anybody else? It doesn't have nothing to do with him being president. I mean, as a big-time movie producer, I imagine you may have had a few indiscretions yourself.
You know what's so beautiful about all this? Rudy loves the limelight just as much as Trump, and he can't keep his mouth shut when the cameras roll. So I'm sure he's going to be fun to watch, at least until he gets the axe, just like the rest of them.
I bet you didn't know that Rudy Giuliani, when he was the mayor of New York City, that his groundbreaking policies led to the reversal of a crime epidemic that was strangling the soul of New York for a long time. Giuliani's record on crime ranks among the greatest public policy achievements of the 20th century.
Good old Rudy, he's an interesting guy, man. Did you know that his first marriage was annulled after 14 years when he discovered that his wife was his second cousin?
I guess he was just trying to keep it in the family.
And did you know that Rudy's father served time in prison for armed robbery?
I guess his daddy must have got caught when Rudy cleaned up the city.
And get this, Rudy's pro-gun control and supports gay rights too. How in the world is this guy going to survive in the crazy Trump White House after the Stormy incident? Come on, man, get real. This is crazy.
I suppose you could say he supports gays with guns.
Oh, Stormy.